This is DOA to the world, DOATTW, and you're watching a 416 interview.
How did you come up with the name DOA to the world?
Okay, so DOA, that's actually my initials.
Okay.
So my full name is Dadun Olua Akinelure. So that's DOA.
Uh-huh.
And then to the world, I think back in the day when I first started making music, I used to be in a studio called Epic Heights.
Mm-hmm.
And there was always something we would just say, yo, to the world, to the world, to the world, and it just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So I'm just like DOA to the world. I just didn't want it to be DOA, but people just call me DOA now, but DOATTW.
I bet.
So yeah, that's where it came from.
Damn. All right, so let's take it from the start then. Like,
Okay.
How did you first get into music? When was like the first instance of you creating music?
Okay, so it was back in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. My uncle, his name is M.A.K., so he's an artist too. So we would come to his studio. The studio is called Epic Heights Studio, so we would always go there. And he would always just make music. I wasn't really into making music then, but just kind of seeing him, I was like, yo, like, we can actually do this. And then he just told me, yo, come and try something. So we would freestyle, make some mixes, and I just started going over and over again until I was like, yo, I want to do this. And then I ended up recording my first track with him. We dropped it, and people just started messing with it. I'm like, yo, I think this is something I can really do. And I just been doing it since then. So 2016, that's when it's all started.
Damn. So wait, when did you like first starting it? When did you first start taking it like seriously as a career?
So I would say probably around 2021 after COVID hit. It just gave me some time to reflect on like what I really wanted to do, what I was good at. And it was like, I genuinely just love music. Like this is something I love to do, whether I'm making money from it or not, career or not, I just love doing this. And I just decided that, yo, whatever is happening in my life, music is always gonna be something that is present. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna follow this as a career. And it's been good ever since. Thank God, man, shout out God.
And then like when you first started, what were kind of like the artists or like sounds that kind of influenced you into like making the music that you create right now?
Okay, growing up, I would say the main person I would listen to is Nav. Nav is actually from Toronto.
Okay, yeah.
And it all started, I would always like search up new music. There was this website called Hot New Hip Hop. So I'm always just going on there, just looking for the new releases, trying to just tap in. And then there was this song by Metro Boomin, and it had a guy named Nav featured on it. It was called Up. And I'm like, what is this? So I clicked on it. It was a SoundCloud song, and I heard it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I just started going deeper in his discography. And then what really caught me was how simple it was. He could have a very simple beat, but his flows and the melodies just really like captivated me. So I'm like, yo, this is what I kind of want to do. I want to have like easy beats, but I want to be the instrument on the beat. I want to bring flows, bring energy. And, he just kind of showed me that you don't really need to do too much, You can just be yourself and you can make fire music too.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. And then, your tracks, each of them are very different in the sense of the energy they kind of bring. How would you describe your sound in your own words?
I say my sound is really just a reflection of me at that time.
Okay.
When I make music, I don't really like to think too much before I go into it. I just think about, okay, how am I feeling right now? I play a beat, I listen to it, whatever emotions I have, I start freestyle. I don't really write too much unless like I'm forgetting, the lyrics. Freestyle, see what I'm feeling inside, and I just put it out. So it's me. My music is me, however I'm feeling in that moment.
Were you always a freestyler?
Always.
Damn,
always.
really?
Like writing, I love writing, but because my main thing is just trying to be melodic, writing, I'm not too deep on it, but I'm also able to get lyrics just straight off the top, good lyrics off the top. So I never felt like I needed to write something down. It just felt forced, going to the studio, you have something written already. I want to go to the studio, get that energy right there, make the song right there,
Being in this music industry for almost 9 years now, what's been some of the biggest challenges in your journey that you've had so far?
I would say the biggest challenge for me, even the challenge right now, is just content. You know, when I first started, it was more about the music.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's about the content. You got to be making the reels, making the TikToks. And it's like the way I am, I'm not the most outgoing person. I like to be private. But I feel like when I'm doing those things, I'm just putting too much of myself out there. But it's something that I need to learn and just understand that, yo, the music business has changed. And this is what we got to do now. Even stuff like this, interviews, like I just got to be outside, show the people who I am. But, you know, it's a challenge, but we're getting through it. We're getting through it.
Okay, bet. And, you know, you said you started taking music seriously because of some family members and stuff.
Yeah.
When was like also the first momentum or kind of shift you saw in the maybe in the amount of viewers or the reactions you were getting from the songs you were putting out that kind of told you like, oh shit, I got a momentum, I got a wave right now? If that makes sense.
I would say this was probably 2 summers ago.
Okay.
So 2024 summer, I had just released a tape. What tape was that? 1 second, let me check it. Let me see.
Is the one Jordan shot?
Oh yeah, I think it was that one, yeah. I had just released the tape, and then it just got a lot of traction, and that was when I actually started performing. People started calling me, yo, come perform here, come perform. I'm like, yo, if they actually want me to perform, then I must be doing something good. And then it was one performance after the next. And that summer I probably did like 5, 6 performances. And that was when I knew, okay, this is good. I would go perform. People who don't even know the tracks, just based off the energy in the track itself, they're turning up, they're loving the vibes. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is something this is what I want to see, you know? You don't need to know the track, but you can still turn up to it and have a good time and feel it, you know?
What's the feeling of being on that stage and like performing in front of people?
Bro, every time I'm about, sorry, excuse me, okay. Every time I'm about to go on stage, I'm so nervous. Every single time it's like panicking. Oh, am I gonna get the lyrics right? Is the crowd gonna mess with me? But then the moment I get on the stage, the moment the song comes on, it's like I just transcend to a different place. I'm like out of body.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm just fully in the moment, in the song. I'm not really focusing on what's happening around me. But then as soon as I get off the stage, it's back to normal.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like that, man. It's like the music just comes over you, and you just do what you do.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, man.
And you know, for collaborations and stuff, what do you kind of look for when collaborating with an artist or even a producer?
First of all, they have to kind of fit with my sound. But then I hold myself to a very high standard in terms of like delivery, quality. I need them to match me in that regard.
Okay.
If I have it, like if you check my tapes and everything, I don't really do too many features. Just because, not that I don't mess with other people, just even if it's a good verse, they may not be bringing the emotions I want. When I have a song, there's a certain vibe, a certain emotion that I want. And sometimes I send the songs out to a lot of people, so I'm not in the studio with them. So they just do what they feel like based on what they've heard. So it's like, you just need to just match my energy, bro. If I'm going 10, go 11. You know, if I'm going 10, you can't come and do a 9. You either match my energy or you surpass the energy. And then producers, the beat just has to be hard. Like I love a challenging beat. I hear the beat, I have to think a couple times like, what am I gonna do on this? What flow am I gonna do on this? What am I gonna talk about? Those are the type of beats that I love. There's that, and there's also other beats that's like, you hear it right away, you know, oh, this is the one. So it just has to be hard, just unique and hard, that's it.
What was a challenging beat that you have on a song that's out right now?
It's called 1010
Okay.
with Chef Habib. I don't know if you know Chef Habib.
Yeah.
Top.
He's worked with Astro, I think. He
Yes,
mentioned
bro,
it as well. Yeah.
So we were working on some music, and there was this one beat that he had.
Okay.
Because he was dropping a tape, and he couldn't find anybody for it. Like I guess some people might have rapped on it, or maybe nobody rapped on it, but he really loved the beat, and he wanted somebody to do something on it. So he sent it to me, and I would say this is one of the beats whereby like I recorded multiple like takes, like verses of the same thing, different flows. I'd send him all 3 flows, and he's like, yo, do that flow.
Yeah.
So that one, like we really took time with that. That was like, we built it. It wasn't just, oh, vibe, feeling. It was like, we built this one from scratch. So 1010 by Chef Habib and D.O.A, that's the track.
Fire.
That's the track.
And then who would you want to collaborate with in the future? In the local music scene and just like...
Okay, I'll start off with local music scene, definitely Quasi, Astro, Space Jam.
Okay.
And is anybody else in the city that who else again? I think that's it locally.
I feel like Moss, you and 10K Moss would be kind of tough together.
10K, actually was in the studio with 10K Moss.
That'd be kind of tough.
Like a while back, but like we haven't really like connected on that level yet. I need to do a bit more, you know, for them to really like, oh, let's fuck with this guy. But honestly, I know the music I'm about to start putting out now is gonna get that traction.
Yeah.
And you know, when you put out good music, good things come. So that's how Chef came. I was putting out good music. He heard my shit. He's like, yo, let me send you some beats. And just from there, bro. Good music attracts good vibes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, man.
How do you deal with networking too? Because I know you said at the start of the interview, you said you aren't really that outgoing at the start. So how do you kind of approach networking, and do you go to a lot of these like kind of networking events? Because I know like some people in the city be putting through like parties and stuff like that.
When I know about it, I don't really know too much about the events going on. I guess because I don't search about it or I'm not tapped in like that. But when I know about it, I'll definitely be there. If it's something I feel like I could gain from it, then I would go. I also just don't want to waste my time just going to something that I feel like I'm not really going to get anything from. So if it's something that I feel like, okay, this is gonna help me in my career, meet people, I'll definitely go for that. Like Chef Habib had a release party for a tape. I went for that. I have some other boys, they host like parties and shows for like artists. I go for that sometimes. But in terms, what I really want to do now is like go like meet people who aren't artists, like meet producers, meet managers, like tap into like that business side of the industry and meet those people. In terms of artists, I feel like I know the artists know me.
Yeah.
But the other side of it, that's where I really want to start getting into. Yeah.
Okay, bet. And I know social media has played a really big part in music nowadays as well.
Huge.
What's kind of like the marketing, like whole kind of process for you when you're ready to drop a song or a tape? If you want to like let people know about what you do personally and what works for you, or you've seen that kind of works for you over the past couple of years, just put people on maybe.
Fam, is content, bro. Like you just have to have enough content for the drop. If you're dropping and you don't have content planned, the drop is gonna come and it might just disappear.
But like, is this snippet enough for our marketing, in your opinion, or not? Because that's what I see a lot of men do. But then sometimes I see people do a whole kind of storyline kind of video on it and shit, hopping on trends and stuff like that.
It depends. Like if you're a big artist and you post, like if Drake posts a snippet today and it's hard, like
going crazy.
It's going crazy. But if I post, like I post snippets sometimes, but I post that to kind of see if people are messing with it.
Oh, okay.
Like I wouldn't post a snippet like as part of a rollout, but I would post a snippet to gauge like how people are feeling about the song. But usually the rollout, we would have our cover art ready, we would have a couple videos we've shot, you know, maybe have like a plan for the week. Okay, we're gonna drop this day, that day, that day. Next week, we have some more stuff we're dropping. So it's just like consistency.
Okay.
The name of the game is consistency. Anything you're doing, you just have to make sure there's a plan for this. At least have 2 weeks of posts lined up, and then you can just make the rest on the fly.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna ask you as well, what do you want listeners or to feel or understand when they hear your music play for the first time?
I want somebody to hear my song and be like, yo, who is this? Like, ew, like, this is nasty. Like, I want them to hear my sound and be like, I haven't heard anything like this before. Like, who is this guy? Like, yo, his flows are crazy. His lyrics are crazy. The beat is crazy. I just want people to hear me and just like wonder who I am. I don't want people to hear me and be like, oh, it sounds like this guy. Oh, this reminds me of that guy. Like I hate, people tell me that all the time, and I hate it. I want people to just hear the music and be like, this is D.O.A. This isn't anybody else. This ain't no Uzi, no Cardi. This is D.O.A. So I just want people to just be wowed. Every time I drop, I want them to be wowed. That's it.
I bet. And then what advice would you have for artists that are just hopping into games, seeing that, bro, you've been here for a while now,
Bro.
bro. You got a lot of shit you can put people on for.
I would say don't in the early stages, don't worry about the numbers. Like nowadays everybody's worrying about streams, how many likes you're getting on your post, how many comments. But then when you're starting up, nobody's really gonna know you like that.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to just keep doing it even when you're not seeing the results. You might be posting, you might be consistent, posting all the time, but you're not getting the results you want. That doesn't mean you should stop. Maybe that means you should try something different. Try new things, always try new things. Don't be scared to put yourself out there or do something because they said that's not cool. If you think it's cool and you genuinely fuck with it, put it out there. It's not about them. At the end of the day, we're trying to make music for the people, but this music is also for us.
Yeah.
Everything I'm putting out, that's my image at stake. So just make sure that what you're doing aligns with who you are. And don't worry about the numbers, don't worry about the streams. All that is gonna come later on. But if you're just starting out, it's about you. It's about you. Just be true to yourself and good things will come, always.
And then, let people know what's coming, what's new for DOA to the world, 2026, what's coming up, concerts, mixtapes, singles, albums.
2026 is a big year.
Yeah?
We're dropping a song next Friday. It's called Pour Me Up. I'm performing tomorrow actually at IDK Social Bar with my guys are Cove Events. And a tape. I didn't drop any tape last year. That's one big regret. I always drop a tape every year. Last year was just like a very turbulent year. I didn't drop any tape. But this year, the tape is coming, more content, more shows, and just this year I'm gonna put myself out there. I feel like I have always put the music out there, but this year I'm gonna put myself with the music out there and everybody's gonna see. It's gonna be a big year, 2026. Shout out Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
She never killed before. She just heard my music once and now she needs some